stand. And it get hot. I got hairy legs. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Happy Friday, everyone. Jazz Borganzo here, another episode of What's Next. Excuse me, your daily dose. Hope you guys are doing great on this Friday. Wow. Philadelphia. The birthplace of liberty, freedom, the Declaration of Independence, championships, Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers. And of course, Joe Dementia came to town and acted the ass. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Biden repeatedly stokes fears of violent extremism, MAGA Republicans, a threat to America. Yes, because 100 million people are evil. President Joe Dementia condemned supporters of former President Donald Trump on Thursday night in a speech that was promoted on a mission to restore, wait for it, the soul of the nation. Yes, because Jesus wouldn't have anything to do with that. But the president focused intently on raising fears of his political opponents, using the word violence 5 different times to paint the Republican Party as dangerous and extremist. Quote, they promote authoritarian leaders as they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country. Biden said during a sharply political speech at Independence Hall in Pennsylvania. The president repeatedly claimed that he rejected political violence despite repeatedly calling for his fellow Americans to rise up against supporters of Donald Trump. And yes, those peaceful protests of 2020 where he basically was locked in his basement and didn't say shit. The president repeatedly claimed that the nation that rejects violence as a political tool, we do not encourage violence. Again, summer of love. He said violence was a tool of the MAGA Republicans because, of course, it was, focusing intently on the insurrection. They were a riot led by Chewbacca on January 6th as an angry mob stormed the Capitol Hill to protest the election. We cannot allow violence to normalize in this country, Biden said. It is wrong. We have to reject political violence with all the law and clarity and conviction this nation can muster, and using the force of the political government to come down on innocent Americans. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry he left that part out. Biden argued that the majority of Republicans were not extreme, but insisted on Trump continue to drive their political fever. There is no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGAs, that this is a threat to the country. Biden said Democrats could see the light in the darkness. Yes. Go towards the light, Joe. Go towards the light. In which he described as COVID, gun violence, and insurrection. Another point of his speech, Biden argued that people who were critics of the economic agenda were white supremes and extremists and racists and bigots. The president tried to define MAGA Republicans as those who believe Americans had no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love, and didn't mention inflation, gas prices, border security, high food prices, and 63 million deaths since 1973 that were, thank God, overturned by SCOTUS. MAGA Republicans have made their choice, he warned. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not on the light of truth, but the shadow of lies. Oof. Oh my gosh, I can feel the hairs on the back of my neck tingling. But we go from that to this. We're going to hear a little bit of Clown Boy and the shenanigans.
With 3 simple words: we the people, we the people,
No, Joe.
These two
We,
documents,
the people, Joe.
the ideas they embody,
We, the people,
equality and
not
democracy,
you.
are the
We.
rock upon which this nation is built. As we build an America that is more prosperous, free, and just. That is the work of my presidency. A mission
That was the work of your predecessor.
I believe in with my whole soul. Or to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers,
Balls.
to undermine democracy itself.
Balls.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you very much for that incoherent, incompetent, buffoonery, assholery, jibba jabba. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that Joe Dementia is just that. He's dementia. He's a riddled old man who needs to be put out of his misery. Not physically. You know, for all you wokesters out there, all you woke mob getting all upset and, pearl clutching and panties bunching and hair on fire, figuratively. But then again, think about it. You get rid of Joe Dementia, you got knee pads Harris. So you go from bad to really bad. But regarding his speech, I watched the speech, not its entirely, only because I had the oven on, I needed to wash clothes, I had to wash my hair, I had to paint the house. But watching what I saw, to me, it was absolute garbage. He's right. He fanned the flames. That speech is fanning the flames. When you insult 60% of the country, you've got a problem. When you basically say, we who supported Donald Trump, we're the problem. But yet, you allowed over 24 cities to burn down in 2020 while you were running, and you sat in your basement and you said nothing until you were forced to say something. $5 billion worth of damage. Police shot. Police getting killed. Residents upended. Businesses burned. Businesses looted. And yet you said nothing until you were forced to. When you are using the full power of the DOJ, of the IRS, 87,000 new IRS agents with guns to come after you and me, well, more like us, the American people, that's a problem. When you are stoking the flames of saying that, well, because Roe got overturned, and rightly so, and way, way, way overdue to get overturned, and leave it up to the states as it should have been initially, per Justice Alito. You see this as a slippery slope, that gays could be next, or interracial couples could be next, even though Justice Thomas is married to a white woman. But that's not stoking flames. High inflation, the highest it's been in 45 years. High food prices, high gas prices. Problem with shipments getting to where they need to be. Calling us domestic terrorists because we're parents, or because we're concerned citizens of our children who don't want the groomer bill tips being shoved down our kids' throats. But we're the problem. We're the problem, Joe. No, Joe, you're the problem. You're the fucking ass clown. That's what you are. And everybody else who surrounds you, your goons who surround you, are just that as well. Your ilk are that as well. And with that being said, it was a lovely night in Philadelphia last night. It was a beautiful night, ruined by an ass clown. I'm Jazz Borgonzo. This is what's next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.